Good evening, folks. Samson to Liberia Pub Radio. I want to thank all of you again for tuning into Liberia Pub Radio. We appreciate it. It's a wonderful, wonderful thing to have. Thank you, thank you. Please share this video as much as you can. Those of you that have the ability to join us tonight, please do so. We're sorry that we're a little bit behind, but that's what we're going to do here. So let's start. Let's start. Safety, safety, Lord Jesus, we want to thank you again this evening for bringing us there. Because of you, my Lord, we are here and we want to thank you. My Lord, we want to continue to praise you for all that you do for us and continue to do for us. Thank you. Without you, we won't be here. With you, we are here and we want to thank you. We want to thank you for everything. Thank you for the Republic of Liberia. Thank you for the leadership of the Republic of Liberia. Bless the leadership of the Republic of Liberia. Give them wisdom to do what is good for our people. My Lord, we are here again tonight. Please give us wisdom. Guide our thoughts. What comes out of our mouth again this evening should be something of a decent proposal to our brothers and sisters. My Lord, we ask that you bless the host country, the United States of America. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Again, folks, please share this video as much as you can. Share this video, share it, please share it. We are here again tonight to do what we have to do because we are committed to our brothers and sisters. So anyhow, we will do the best here this evening to make sure we have a conversation. So the conversation right now that I want to talk about is this issue with I believe it has to do with ECOWA community and the complaint according to the social media posts all over the place that the president of Ghana has complained to the ECOWA community that President Baka visited Ghana unknowing to the president. And the Ghanaian embassy near Monrovia came out, and according to the story, what we've been reading, they came out and said that is not the truth statement. So we are here, and I'm trying to find this here. I'm trying to find it here. And I will find it. So just bear with me. According to the story, that the Ghanaian president had lodged a complaint to the ECOWA community and the EU to say that President Baka clandestinely went to visit Ghana without informing the president of Ghana or the people of Ghana. And they have lodged their complaint to the body, ECOWA body. It's untrue. This is untrue, to be honest with you. But then again, what do you expect of a failed people who have failed completely? They were there. That's coming from that CDC working. I told you guys before, and I'll say again: if you are unable to stand what is in store for us as Liberians, you got to be kidding. You got to prepare yourself for it. Because Liberians nowadays are very sophisticated. They have the ability to paste and paste. Those days when we used to do paste and paste, you can actually use glue and paste it on the side of your article you want. And then you go and photocopy it. Well, when you do that, people can see. Nowadays, they don't have to do that. They're so sophisticated that if they put these things together, take the letterhead and put it on this, they when they take this letterhead and put the letter on it and the background, everything you look at, you say, wow, that's the truth. No, It's not. It's not. So if you go on the executive mansion website, they will also tell you that yes, indeed, the people of Ghana through their embassy here in Monrovia have told us that this is not a true story. And let me read that from the embassy of Ghana. Okay, and it's on Liberian, how do you call it, the executive mansion website, which represent all of us, our interest. So I see no reason for them to make up story, especially when they know the Ghanaians embassy is in Ghana, in Liberia. If you're going to say something that they have not stated, they will call you out quickly. But so they say, let me read that. It said, the embassy of the Republic of Ghana near Monrovia wishes to urge the general public in the Republic of Liberia to disregard a piece of fake news or false statement. So small, I guess. Okay. Or false statement made to the ECOWA Parliament by His Excellency Nana Aduko Kofo Addo, President of the Republic of Liberia. The mission categorically states that Ghana's president at no point in time made the statement in question to ECOWA Parliament. The mission take this opportunity to reaffirm that Ghana, which cherish its close relationship with the government of the Republic of Liberia, and the Liberians will always be welcome in Ghana. The government of the Republic of Ghana stand ready to cooperate with the government of the Republic of Liberia in mutual development of our two nations. And this is coming from the Ghanaian embassy. So the point that I'm making here is this. The sedition, if you're going to be a true opposition, you have lots and lots of material. You don't need to put, but then if the sedition always like to put their foot in their mouth anyhow. Even if it doesn't matter whether it's on an international stage or the national, it doesn't matter. They always like to put their foot in their mouth. You have lots of materials, things that are happening right now in this government that is not going well. You have a lot of materials you can deal with. But instead, you're going to let these uneducated, calling themselves press people, have no clue on what it means to talk truth. These people in our community, in this community, in many of the Liberian community, these people are recognized as liars. These people, that's what they do before they even join CDC. They were in this thing lying. From day to day, they have destroyed organization, sexual organization, county organization. These same people have injected themselves in this section and county organization and destroyed it based on lies. And these are the people that are now coming to be the spokesperson for the opposition CDC political party. We will call you up. We will bring you to book. If you are genuinely criticizing, based on true statement, we will say fine. Look at what Amara Conan wrote today. He wasn't praising the Unity Party of today. He probably put the Unity Party of today on notice that these things must stop. We have to do better. This is how you criticize. You criticize based on facts and responsible criticism. Those are things we all would like to see. You can't just come out and make up story, lie to the people. But then again, we know you're in many of these Liberian organization community. We know you. That's what you guys did. Destroy county organization, steal county organization money all over this place. You so corrupt. It is unbelievable. Now, the funny thing now is no more money coming from CDC party because CDC is not a government anymore. So the fake money, they put you guys on as a consultant, stealing from the Liberian people, putting you as a consultant That consultant well has dried out. You're done. You're not getting any more. And many of you are so dense, you are unable to recognize that these things going to stop one day, and so you will find a regular job. You don't find regular job. You have no regular job. You are depending on the fake money, stolen money from the Liberian CDC was sending you, and you think they were going to last forever. It's dried out. Now you want to make yourself relevant by lying and making up story on an international level. Unacceptable. We will call you out. If you come out and criticize Liberia, if you come out and criticize the government of the Republic of Liberia, that's understandable. We will take that, and we will even try our best, because criticism is good. Bad criticism and fake criticism is bad. If you criticize, that means you see something that is not right. If you criticize truthfully, that means you have seen something that is not right. For the country, you sedition are also Liberians. You are not outside of Liberia. You have the right to demand this government to do something good. You have the right. It's your constitutional right. If you see something that is not good for our people, say so. It is your right. It is your right. In fact, we also demand that you CDC and sedition in the opposition. You hold this government feet to the fire, because that's the only way every one of us is going to improve. But you're coming up with these kinds of baby nonsense, which you want to create problem on the international scene. Many of you that are involved in this, we know you're being these sexual organization, county organization, create havoc in order because you lied a lot. You have nothing to contribute. You lie, break our community organization because of your lies. And now you want to come out and bring those things on the international stage. The Ghana embassy in Monrovia just call you out. Now, yes, the bad thing about that, but there have been people like you have no shame. You will repeat this again. You don't care. You don't care. Because if you were somebody who was genuine, you will feel bad. Because now you would think that, next time, if I say something that is of good nature, or even right, or even truthful, people are now going to question my ability. And this is why you don't put yourself in these kinds of stuff. Because of the future, we are counting on you, sedition, to hold this government feet to the fire. Because some of us, when we try to do that, people will start questioning us. Was it not you who was selling this government? Was it not you who were telling the Liberian people that this president is such a wonderful president? Why now? They will not understand, many people will not understand that we also have obligation to criticize when it's necessary. We also, those of us that tell the leadership ability of President Baka, we have the responsibility, but do it with respect, to criticize when it's necessary. On the other hand, you sedition, you should not even wait. If you see little stuff, after you've done your due diligence, you come out and publish that. You're holding the government feet to the fire. We expect that from you. We expect nothing less from CDC. But here you are, lying to the people that the president of Ghana. Okay, so if it was so, why you see your CDC, that one thing you like to do, you think everybody's stupid. You think we will continue to be stupid because we let you get a position in 2017, so now we're all stupid. You see, you like to put your foot in your mouth, and I will continue to call you out. This is ridiculous to nonsense. You think the guy who attended the inaugural program of Ambassador Baka, President Baka, who also, when he went to meet with President Baka in his house, he stated that their friendship go way back. So you think if he has something that President Baka visiting Ghana without notifying him that in fact the president of Ghana does not appreciate something, you don't think he will call President Baka out and call him and talk to him? They will not have that kind of conversation one-on-one. He will just go run to Equa community and say, oh, the president of Liberia keep visiting, he come to my place, he even tell me I don't know about it. You think we're all stupid, and that's why we flock you. We even take that way. We flock you. You lie to the president. You lie to President we are for 6 years straight. Straight 6 years. Baku, they say lie you're doing that. Baku lying to him. Unable to tell him the truth. In the meantime, stealing, mercifully stealing, massive stealing. And you lie every day. Baku. We will be here. Those of us that spoke for this president to be elected, we will protect the vote of our people. You will not come out here and have a free ride. You can make all your lies. We will call you out on it. We're not going to come. Look, you're not the only one that know how to talk. We ourselves too. I'm not educated. You might be educated. I'm not educated. I don't know both, but I can talk. I can talk. Where in the world that the president of the Republic of Liberia will not be warned to say, you think President Baka, your president, we are going to go visit Nyama all over the place? You're so embarrassed. You want to say, oh, the people did the same thing to President Baka, President Weah. They not do it. You people are so pathetic. You're so pathetic. That's why when I'm ready for you, I can call you tiny sedition. Because you're supposed to be responsible at this time. You were defeated. You see, you don't learn your lesson. You don't learn your lesson. And you will soon find out. Only the few sedition that have the interest of the Liberian people are those who will be placed in a leadership position, the likes of Flanty Kofa. To 2020, when you were going all over the place in Moserado County. In Moserado County, that CDC background, and nobody can put foot here. We will lick it. 2020, Senator Dillon and his people came and flock here with we flock you like mango drum, flock you the market dog. You ain't do nothing. And but you ain't learn from you. You ain't learn from that one. You're going around with I call it buga dancing. Buga dancing. That buga dancing that Liberian people will eat. You already know, say Liberian people are watching. I keep telling you, you will not learn and you will suffer the same fate again. You think there's going election? President Baka won the election based on popularity, based on the fact that people of the Republic of Liberia like President Baka. Is that why he won the election? If you think like that, then you're dense as well. Because President Baka won the election based on angry vote against President Weah. Simple. What kind of business is this? You don't want to disgrace us? But as God could have it, the embassy of the Republic of Ghana near Monrovia wishes to urge the general public in the Republic of Liberia to disregard a piece of fake news. They're calling your thing, your struggle so hard to put together. They say that fake news, that lie, that the Ghana embassy, they're not me who said that. What kind of business is this? Look, let me just tell you, CDC and sedition that continue to do this. Let me say again, we expect those of you that genuinely believe in Liberia, you are in opposition, we'd like to have you in opposition. Those of us that supported Ambassador Baka and still support President Baka and his dream of making Liberia better, we expect you to be in opposition. We appreciate you being in opposition, because by you being opposition and pointing out the weakness and pointing out the loopholes in the government and pointing out all of the corrupt behavior, because you've been there, you've done that, and you have the experience. So when people start doing corrupt behavior, you will notice it right away and tell the people. We appreciate that. We say, bring it on, do more. Hold this government feet to the fire. Because when you do that, when you, the biggest thief in the history of Liberia, the biggest thief, political party thief in the history of Liberia, when you point these things out, your credibility will be high, because people say, yeah, the people used to steal, so they know what they're talking about. You understand what I'm saying? So people will believe that. But you come out with these kind of ridiculous statements. Copy and paste. And let me say this again. When we were doing copy and pasting back in the days, 19 for school, you go into the library and they have these microfiche stuff that you put on the micro stuff and look it then you print them. Okay. So you finish writing your paper. You want to give credit from where the information is coming from. So sometimes instead of just giving them credit like that, you say, okay, let me go more than that. You take the picture of that, photocopy it, and use glue and put it together with your paper, your own paper, so that people will know where you get this information from. So when you do that, then you go and make photocopy of the whole thing, but there will be line running through. People know that's copy and paste. Now, the sophistication level, we got problem. We will deal with it. Because CDC, they got money. They can afford the latest electronics apparatus. They got money. They can afford the latest software. They have money. They can even do AI. Folks, we be ready. We will be ready to deal with these people, to respond to them. Because CDC even touched AI, where they will use AI. And the AI going to speak like Ambassador President Baka. Same voice, sound, nothing. It coming. We got problem. We will start now. Every fake news you bring, we'll call you out. We got problem. We know that. So Liberians, be ready. Be ready. CDC, they got money. The stolen money they got it there. So most likely what they're going to do is to start with the AI and then use the AI to speak like President Baka. And they will use that and do a robocall on every little cell phone in Liberia as though President Baka is speaking. So by the time we recognize that, yeah, people would have the information, but we will be reactive. We will be reactive. First of all, we'll be proactive anyway. But we will immediately respond to your foolishness, because you have no interest of seeing this country moving forward. You want to create chaos, and we will not allow you. Our people have suffered a lot. We will not allow you. What those of us that on the platform, the little platform, we will not allow you. The president and the government will focus on making sure that the day-to-day activity of Liberia continue. But we that are on the little platform will make sure that you people and your lives are there. Okay? Yeah. And the executive marshal admitted that President Baka lied about. Where did he admit that? Wait, show us. I just show you the letter from the embassy. Now you're coming here and coming right, all kind of nyama. You people are sophisticated. We know, and we're ready. We're ready for you. You're not the only thing you got over us, some of us, because you got money. All the stolen money they gave you here in the United States. You're fake, you call yourself propagandists. They gave you the money. You were all on contract. The contract, the consultancy, they dry out now. No money coming again. So you want to be relevant. You come making this, we will deal with you. What kind of business? We flock you legally. We took you to the market, lay you on the bench, and give you 25 lache legally. Nothing the international community can. In fact, the flocking of CDC, public flocking of CDC, was sanctioned by the international community. And we lay you on the bench and give you 25. Thereby, whoop, you were crying, calling over, no help. You lied too much. Okay, yeah, that's fine. That's what we're here for. We ain't y'all doing it. We here too. We will do the same thing. See, the lie you're coming, we will deal with you quickly. We're not gonna wait. Every time you start little thing, as soon as we see it, we'll respond to it. And the good thing is we all have these little platforms where we can respond to this kind of fake news. Listen to it. You're not even ashamed, say you can't even defend yourself. Listen to it. Listen to this. This is coming from the embassy of Ghana near Monrovia. So the embassy of the Republic of Ghana near Monrovia wishes to urge the general public in the Republic of Liberia to disregard the piece of fake news. Ghana calling your article, CDC article, they're calling it fake news. Fake news or false statement. That one more consider and say you're embarrassing yourself. But I know you're like to put your foot in your CDC, but now you see before when you started putting your foot in your mouth, you used to do it locally. Then you went county-wide. You start putting your own foot in your mouth county-wide. Then you went on the national stage. You started putting your foot on the national stage. Now you're going international. Putting your foot in your mouth. I will be here to take that foot from your mouth because your foot don't belong in your mouth, CDC. Your foot belong on the ground, not on the mouth. What kind of business is it? What kind of business is it? Instead of you to truly criticize this government, they got issue all over. The government, as far as we're concerned, we see it. They're slow in implementing a lot of stuff they said they were going to do. Yes, bring those on. Those are legitimate reasons, legitimate criticism. Legitimate criticism. We said we like that. But instead, you're going to come and lie. Then you are not a true opposition. You are an inept opposition. You are for nothing opposition. And we'll call you on. Let me bring in Terry this evening. This is ridiculous. Terry, thank you for joining me. We appreciate it, sir.
Yeah, Liberian.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm hearing you clearly. Can you hear me?
So I'm just a little bit. I'm not upset with CDC because I know who they are. They're going to put their foot in their mouth. But now when I start talking about putting their foot in their mouth, they were doing it locally on a district level. Then they graduated to county level. Then they went up to the national level. We thought they were going to stop. Now they're getting ready down. They're doing the international, putting their foot in their mouth on the international level. And I will help them on the international scene to say, CDC, take your foot from your mouth and help us to lead. I can see as an opposition, we encourage them to be true opposition, to hold this government feet to the fire. The government, there's so many material out there that CDC can go on right now. But instead, they're going to come and lie. Good evening, Terry. What's on your plate, sir?
Yeah, several pondering I was doing on my plate, but you brought up a very good topic. And what I observe is that the quickness of the Ghanaian government to respond to that propaganda meant a lot because they understood that And that is what I think Ambassador Boyka should not take lightly in his leadership if he wants to succeed. Do not overlook any little propaganda that I would call Chinese phone propaganda. Don't overlook it. Let what you see how the Ghanaian.
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me? No, I can't hear you. Okay. All right. While Terry is fixing his stuff, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. That was just my.
Okay. All right. Go ahead. Go ahead.
So the Ghanaian was able to respond quickly to the propaganda. That tells you how dangerous and how important it is to respond to propaganda politically. All right. And I think Ambassador Boyka, that is one of the reasons why I was saying that Ambassador Boyka needs to take serious cognizance of the fact of his of those who helped to support him during the campaign period to bring him to power by employing them. And for sure he's doing that. So it's good for him because in nearby days to come, or months or year to come, he will have these guys to contend with the propaganda that the seditions will be bringing forth, which is a good thing. Also, my attention was drawn, like somebody put in the comment, to the Prince Johnson service today,
Yeah.
or PYJ service today, and the involvement with the guy that came from Morocco, a popular guy now in Liberia, and allowing him. Somebody just put it there saying that we should address that. And I think that we need to look at it from various angles. Or PYJ and Prince Johnson are from the same clan. They're from the same tribe or from the same ethnic group. So you got to consider that. So I believe it's on that backdrop, PYJ is able to welcome him into his church. And me being from the spiritual background of religion, you cannot reject anybody who comes to church. You cannot say, get out of here, you don't belong here, and all of that. So I think Prince Johnson was exercising his religious and his ethnic or ethnicity to allow him into the church. But religiously also, you cannot allow a person who claims to be from a different religion and have their own God or have their own religion on your pulpit to exercise his religious belief on the altar that you have dedicated to your to God. So that is where I differ from PYJ, from the biblical construct of what the Bible entails. You know, the aspect of him welcoming Prophet Key into the church is not a bad thing. The aspect of him welcoming him is good. But the aspect of him turning over his pulpit to him, knowing that this man claimed to be from a different religion or he have his own religion, that is the area where I differ from PYJ as a religious person.
Thank you.
So yeah, so that those are some of the concerns. I saw somebody put it in there that would, so I decided to address it and all of that from my own layman perspective.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you clearly.
Okay. But for me, I want to continue to beat on CDC right now. I'm enjoying it because we got to beat sense into their hair. They're not ready to be sensible. So we got to put some sense in their hair, senses in their hair. So with me beating the senses in their hair, we need to do that. But no, yeah, I also I'm not angry. I've been amused by Prophet Key involvement into Liberian politics at this stage, and Liberians seem to be welcoming him in such a fashion. And so, because I noticed something before he even got to Liberia, the Liberian comedian, there was certain comedian, the comedian community in Liberia, most likely it's also split just like the Liberian during the election. There were certain comedians that are part of CDC and a certain comedians that are not of CDC nature. And so those that I think we consider to be on the other side of CDC, they had a commercial
Right.
where they were saying that old Prefect Key coming to Liberia. And in that commercial, the two folks were saying, we don't want him. And the men that can be cursing people. So they were setting other comedians that were trying to explain to them to say, yes, he insult people, but he only insult Liberian who been stealing Liberian people money, justifying his behavior. And so let us go to the airport to meet him because he doesn't insult people that don't steal, in that kinds of faction. So I think that has taken hold to this whole thing. And so, but he's a Liberian and he wants to be a culture ambassador. So now that's going to be a tricky part. As to whether the welcoming move of many other Liberians, whether that will convince the president to give him the culture ambassadorship to Prophet Key, that's remain to be seen. But as far as the church is concerned, for me, and I'm not talking biblically, I'm just talking sense. If a person, I believe, if a person who think they have their own religion and they will come to your church and worship with you, knowing fully well that their religion is different from you, but that they have come in to your house of worship to worship what you worship, that means they are in agreement.
Yes.
Because if they're not in agreement with what you're worshiping to, they will not be part of it. So whether it's 1 minute or 2 minutes, whatever time, in that particular moment, they are in agreement with your worship process. So, but what I want to take out of this whole worship something, that's it. But let's go back to Prince Johnson as well. He wrote a post where he said he had a meeting with President Baka, where now President Baka have told him that he has not forgotten about Nima County, and in terms of development, what Nima people did for him, he didn't forget it, and that he will continue. Those are the kinds of information Prince Johnson will only get from Jeremiah Cohn and President Baka. Prince Johnson will not get the deep details of any serious developmental agenda. He's not going to get it from them because they know he's going to blabber mouth, he's going to run his mouth. So whatever information they have that is of national security, if Prince Johnson cannot get it from the Senate, he's not going to get it from the mouth of President Baka, nor will he get it from Jeremiah Cohn. Those people are going to guide those process because they don't want to have the like of Prince Johnson injecting section sentiment into those things, because then other people might reject the idea, because not everyone will benefit immediately for whatever developmental agenda they have in mind. They're going to have to start from somewhere. So if the like of Prince Johnson get hold of those details and he get involved and say, oh, they said they're going to do this thing, and Liberians seeing that, yes, indeed, that developmental agenda is starting in Nima. And Prince Johnson have already predicted that, yes, the process is coming to Nima. Nima will be the first. Then it doesn't bode well for Ambassador Baka. No, it doesn't bode well for Vice President Jeremiah Cohn. And I strongly believe that those type of information will not be passed on to Prince Johnson. They will only give information to Prince Johnson what they think Prince Johnson needs to know. He will always be in darkness. They will not tell you the truth. I'm telling you. Because why would you want to tell somebody something of a national intent when he's going to take it and wrap it around Nima County, making other people from other county not to have respect for the entire process?
Yeah, you cannot do that professionally. I don't think Jeremiah Cohn himself will want to do that, because you must also understand that Jeremiah Cohn is fighting for he's fighting for 2029. So he don't want to mess anything up right now, because he sees that there's a possible chance for him taking on leadership in 2029, probably Yombly going as VP to Jeremiah Cohn 2029. So he have to be the one to set the stage to prepare him to that level, and he will not want to jeopardize the security intelligence of the state. All right. because he have a relationship with Prince Johnson. Yeah, I don't think that is going to happen.
No.
So all these speculations that people are doing, speculations before the elections, CDC are speculating, but all the speculation will come down to crumble and fail and die a natural death because they're going to be left in limbo.
Oh, CDC, as far as CDC is concerned, this is the best they can do. They still, now, they're going to try to seek relevancy. In trying to seek relevancies among the Liberian diaspora, this is what they can do. But like I said, we will be here to checkmate these people. They are unable to govern. They steal a lot. You see, one of the things CDC can do that I think will be very helpful to many Liberians, okay? And even if they come and lie on a government official, people will think twice before they say, oh, we don't believe that. If they come out and say Samson is a minister as ex-wife ministry, but Samson is using process like this to steal, people will believe them. People say, yeah, give people they know. Because that's how they used to steal.
Right.
You know? People will believe them. But when you come out and make such a ridiculous, now the question I was asking them earlier, and this is what makes them look very tiny. I call them tiny sedition. Yeah, I call them tiny sedition. This is it. President of Ghana, if he felt within himself that he doesn't like the visiting process of President Baka coming to Ghana and now informing and what have you, if that was the case, you don't think the Ghanaian president, first of all, will call President Baka and say, why are you doing this? Have that kind of, why would he run to ECOWAS? Does he expect ECOWAS to defend him against Liberia? See, these are the mentality of CDC, sedition, some sedition. And many of these people that are bringing in nonsense, we know them in our own community. In all the Liberian community, we know them. We know them in county community, not just one county, but many of these county organizations. These people were involved, and they broke up many of these county organizations. Many of these go to Bon County, you will have conflict there. Now they settle. You go to Grand Gita, you have conflict there. They're trying to settle. You go Maryland, you go to Sino, they have, because of these people that are putting these things together. They lie, but they are sophisticated. And their sophistication level now is becoming over the top. We haven't seen anything yet, Terry. These people, they got money. Don't get me wrong, they got money. The fact that they were on consultancy fee and what have you, stolen money coming to them here in the diaspora, they've got money. And many of them are so dense that they didn't think the well was going to dry out. So they refused to find jobs. So now they're putting these things in there for the remnants of CDC that still have money to send them money. Okay? But the interesting thing here, and I'm not that concerned because we will be ready, is that most likely within the next year or so, you will see an AI program where they will use Ambassador Baka's voice to do a robocall in Liberia. Now the people way in the village in total that have the cell phone and their phone ring. Hello, Ambassador Baka starts speaking. My government has failed. This government is unable to carry themselves anymore. So I apologize to Liberian. You know what I'm saying? These people can do that. Now, but we will be ready.
But are you giving sedition education or what?
No, but I'm not.
Are you acting like an undercover sedition?
No.
because it seems like you're giving these guys ideas.
no, but Terry, let's be honest. You have some intellectual sedition.
I know.
You have
but what I want to checkmate here is that seditions are not going to spend their money on politics. Those ones that already got money, they're not going to do that. What they're going to do, they're going to leverage the responsibility on the people that they're going to allow to come in. Those guys that are going to come in, that are going to join with them. People that may deflect from Ambassador Baka political party and all those kind of things, may join in. They are the one that seditions will leave the burden on. Those guys who got money in the CDC from Joe President, we are government, they're not going to spend that money on all these things because they do not have a responsible system. They don't know the effect and the implications, so they will leverage that responsibility on other political institutions that want to join the CDC. And that would be a smart way of them. So I don't see all those things really coming into fruition by the CDC, but it's possible that and what you're trying to insinuate here, if they pick it up, it could be damaging. Because I saw a something like that when during the campaign where they put President Weah language in many different dialects. Did you see that? That was AR performance.
We play LPR.
We play it, yeah. And President Weah was speaking different dialects and running his campaign. So the idea you gave it the guys, I don't know if they're going to buy it, but if they do, it's going to help them. And that is the reason why our pondering today over the vulnerability of the chairman of Unity Party. Because in my pondering, I begin to understand that what if Mr. Cummings decide to take over the Unity Party based upon the vulnerability of the chairman to do other things that I'm not going to say on the network because it's a sensitive matter that could undermine many things. But what if other people see the crisis and take advantage of it and say, you know what, I don't want to go to CDC again because CDC looking at it already in jeopardy. I will go to Unity Party and we will do XYZ and XYZ, and then I will become the center bearer of Unity Party to fight against the establishment. Is our government, is the party really thinking about all these loopholes that could be used against him in the years to come? Because I'm seeing a lot of things happening already, and there are a lot of vulnerable openings. There are a lot of openings that I see the Unity Party-led government is creating for herself that I think need to be breached, need to be closed up real quickly and addressed. Because to be honest with you, in as much as the chairman is like this, I think there need to be some level of reconciliation so that the party can get over this. Otherwise, it will create a vacuum that any sound politician in the country right now can use against the established leadership.
I agree with you, and I think this is the weakness and of many political appointees in this government. They were so fixed to getting government position that they were not paying attention to what to the things that brought them together in the first place. Now, the issue now is not that they have gotten these government position, they're no longer willing to engage each other. And as a result, Terry, let's be prepared.
Right.
Because there will be more infighting on a ministerial level.
There
are some ministers that were appointed that have no clue. The deputies know more about the ministerial functionality than the minister himself. But look, Samuel Tua really messed that country up, to be honest with you. Because many of these ministers, they're smart, they're educated, don't get me wrong, highly educated, but they will be speaking as though they know when they know they don't know. And so if instead of bringing the deputies alone, they are afraid that the deputy might undercut their power base. And so they will continue to pretend that they know and try to enforce and put their will on the people when they know they don't know. Specifically in the technical area, you will see the fund that will be establishing here.
So are you trying to speak about your era specifically?
No, not just that. The Ministry of Transport, even in commerce, even in other ministry, there are people who are career appointees.
Okay.
But the new folks that are coming in trying to relegate them. And nobody wants that. So these people that you're going to, they have the file. They know the history of the ministry. You have to bring these people on board so they will open their file to you.
I agree.
So you as a manager,
Right.
that perhaps are not too fulcrum in the area where you're managing, but based on the past experience, file from these people, you will be able to navigate fully. But this is not what's going to happen, because there are some people who believe, like what Samuel Tua used to do. When he gets in the room, he speaks like, then everybody quiet. Because when he started throwing numbers here, even if the numbers are not matching, it doesn't matter. You don't want to engage it.
Yeah, how many people know the numbers to even argue with him?
Exactly. Whenever Samuel Tua is in the room, when he starts talking, everybody quiet. Because you don't want to put yourself in a place. You think he said Samuel Tua is going to embarrass him. Nobody in our room will have the kahunas to challenge Samuel Tua. And now that behavior is permeating all over the Liberian executive branch. And it's dangerous, because people know they don't know, but rather they talk big mouth, and the people will believe that they know. When you see, when you do that, you are standing on a quicksand.
Right.
There's no foundation. It's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time for you to be exposed. But by the time you get exposed, Liberia would have been hurt.
Right.
This is what I'm saying. Be truthful now. And anything you do, Terry, when you are truthful, you will find people who will come to your aid.
Right.
Because nobody wants you to be embarrassed if you're truthful.
Totally agree. Okay.
Now, let's go on to the other subject matter here. On the Parava Hall, I believe that will be Prince Sherry want me to open a line so he can call in. I don't know what he's gonna call to say what. Prince Sherry, what do you think you will say here tonight? If you come on here and you are an educated person, Prince Sherry, you know book, you come on here and you start using the word lies and things like that, my phone battery will die. I'm just telling you now. Use words, even if you want to say Ambassador Baka, not telling the truth, use certain words that will still mean the same thing. Over here, we don't use words that degrade people. And especially Ambassador Baka, President Baka, he's our father. You come here, you start using words I'm not intimidating you, I'm just telling you. I'm being truthful. You come here, we will engage you, but if you start using words that will be degrading to not the President of the Republic of Life, but to our father, we're going to have to push back on that one. I just want to say this. So let me go on. Terry. So another issue that I have with this government, as far as I'm concerned. Oh, by the way, folks, Samson told sitting in for Mr. So this evening, who is still on the weather, and I thought I mentioned that because I don't see any writing here. I don't see anything from here. So most likely, he probably sleep right now, because he was, when I called him earlier today, he didn't sound that much okay. So he was sleeping. Well, let's offer our prayer for him to be fine, because I like to engage him on this platform. Ever since I made heard the other day, he come by, and the liberal was on it. I made him a patron. The other day I get a headache. Yeah. But anyway, Terry, that's the situation this evening. So the issue of this government,
our president,
the appointing issue, the appointment and all that kinds of stuff, they're pretty much they're getting there. They're getting there. But what I don't like is there's not a lot of information coming out from these people as much as I would like them to have. But we'll see. Go ahead, make whatever point you have in mind, then I'll open the line. But we're not going to be here that long.
Actually, myself, we speculating, and they lead the government. When you don't give much information, you leave the public to speculate and come up with their own propaganda that will circulate in the society. And politically, no government wants a propaganda that will be damaging to their leadership. That is why I said the Ghanaian government were able to respond quickly and swiftly. Like today, again, I saw something from I know Augustin Wayon, the way his name, that guy from Freedom FM. Early this morning, he said that he saw Ambassador Boka going to JFK, the motorcade was in JFK, but he don't care because it's not his business. So in other words, Ambassador Boka is sick, and he now going to JFK.
But if it's not a business, then why you now
Right.
bring it up for now?
But that is what we're saying now. These kind of propagandas, they just threw it out there, and I saw most of the sedition copy and paste it and posting it all over. Unfortunately for them, Ambassador Boga appeared at the Baptist ceremony. I think there was a convention or so, and he took pictures with Reverend Reeves from Providence Baptist Church and other clergymen, and it all on social media. So now all of them went in a shadow.
But I see, Terry, they always like to put their foot in their mouth.
Like you always say, you have to, when you want to be a propagandist, you have to look for the issue and you have to break news. You don't just talk anything anyhow. And that is this is one of the reasons, this is one of the problems I get with Honorable Yeke Koloba. His concerns are always genuine concerns, but the way he channel it is wrong. And then he don't provide proof and evidences to his concerns. So at the end of the day, any major platform he goes to debate the issue, he end up losing the issue. And then at the end of the day, people say, but oh, that's Yeke. And if he continues down that route, he's going to lose. Even the day he has something genuine, people will not people will not gratify it. Because when you come in with information, you should come with the information with evidences attached to it. When you put it out there, then people run behind it. That is what you do. But you just jump on, you just talk randomly. And at the end of the day, when they ask you a couple of questions, you get nothing to say. So when he did that today, I was shocked. But later on, when I saw Ambassador Boka with taking those pictures and things, I said, but I thought they said the puppy was at the hospital. So yeah, so there will be a lot of things, but there will be a lot of propaganda coming up. But to me, CDC need to wait. They need to wait. And if they're smart, they will gather a lot of information against the establishment. But unfortunately for them, they're rushing. They're too hyper. Every little thing they take it and run with it. Every little thing they take it and run with it. And one of the things they're not understanding is you have to be careful with the news you put out there. Because Liberian people are sympathetic people. They are very sympathetic. If you see what happened to Ambassador Boga won these elections on the level of sympathy. Sympathy. Stanton Waterspoon became Stanton Waterspoon today, one of the most popular journalists today because of sympathy. So if you're not careful, because the way they denigrated him all on social media, they did not know what they were doing. They were creating avenue for people to have sympathy for the man. And today the man has risen to be the greatest media institution now in Liberia now. For now. So no institution from the media level can challenge him. So they gotta be very careful what kind of information they are branding. Because if you brand an information that will make the Liberian people to be sympathetic towards the president, then you end up losing the propaganda you're trying to present.
Right.
So I already don't know what they're doing. Every time you're running with this sick news, the Liberian people know that Ambassador Boga is old. They know that he's sickly. They know that he's a man that is sick. And they give him the power anyway. So when you keep running with this sick propaganda, you will end up defeating the purpose for which you carry it, because it was on that propaganda that the Liberian people voted for the man. Because they already know that the man is old and they know that he's sickly. So people are not buying it. The president fell off during the inauguration. You ran without propaganda for a while. Did you see anybody buy it?
No.
The people even were more sympathetic to the president for him falling down or for him having a leg glitch than for him to even be strong. The Liberian people felt that there was a sense of sympathy towards the man, because people don't understand Liberians. Politically, they don't understand the dimension of the new age Liberians coming. And they just take any information, any propaganda, and they throw it out there. So when Augustine Williams did that thing, I just look at him and laugh. Because it is on this foundation that the Liberian people felt sympathetic towards Ambassador Barker, and that's why they vote for him. You still running with that propaganda that the man is sick, the man in the hospital, the man went to Ghana because he was sick, the man did because he was sick. Up to now, the people have not fallen for it, and you still running with it. That shows the level of that how incapacitated you are. You need to find a new one, find a new something to run with. You know.
But Terry, I'm not surprised. CDC, that's who they are. And they are folks that like to put their foot in their mouth. So they will not leave this thing here. They will continue to, but the more, as you correctly stated, the more they talk about it, the more people gravitate towards Ambassador Barker. There's no question eyes. There's no question eyes, because this is not Liberia. Liberians, I don't know what happened to the war, but things were not like this. So the first of all, the man is old enough to be your grandfather. And if he's still alive, you're supposed to be dancing, just like me. President Barker, President Barker, you're supposed to be dancing because he's alive. But yes, because your grandfather is still alive, that he will be able to help you. That's how you're supposed to view it. But instead, they're talking about, oh, the man say, the man this, the man that, which is nonsense. But that's who they are. They got nothing to offer. They were there for 6 years, complete 6 years, nothing to offer. They do not have the ability to lead. They are not true leaders. They are still corrupt people who steal Liberian people for money, massively stealing Liberian people. They got all these people on how to call it, consultancy fee. They were paying them. These things coming up now. That's who they are. They got no relevance in this political debate. So what would they hang on? They'll still hang. They think they're still running campaign season over. They know that, but that's who they are. By the time they realize that campaign season is over, and 2029 is on, and they will be behind time. That's who CDC we're looking at. But we're here. Terry, to be honest with you. One other thing that I was reading, and I will make that into, you're saying something?
No, go ahead.
Okay. One other thing that I was reading, and I'll try to talk about that tomorrow, is the governor central bank issue, where they want to audit the central bank. And somebody wrote, but I can't find the article now. I don't know whether you were able to see it. Somebody wrote that, yes, you can audit central bank, but the auditing process of central bank is guided by specific auditing procedures. And if you go outside of that procedure, you will get called on. So I'm not too sure what else Unity Party or Ambassador Barker are going. And I don't want to talk much into it because the central bank governor is a kinsman of mine. And I don't want to be viewed as someone who was trying to say things about my kinsman, positive thing or whatever it is. I want to be as neutral as possible. He's a Liberian anyhow. So if they have right, if Unity Party and Ambassador Barker wants to replace it, it's a 10-year position. But if you go to auditing, in order for you to find means to see if you want to replace it, it has to be done properly. Because if it's done Babati way, I will talk about it. I'm not going to be quiet about it. So I hope that they will find reason to find the proper channel. If he knows it. It's a public office. He's not tied to it. He wasn't born with that. But if he was given a 10-year position, and if you're going to remove him, it must be done in accordance with the law of the Republic of Liberia. You can't say because now that the Unity Party, they want to replace him because perhaps they didn't like him because he brought about that $40 million issue and the $20 million issue, and he was able to give some information. Perhaps Unity Party is not quite happy about it, and they're trying to find. If you find any Babati way, we will call you out. Go ahead, Terry.
Yeah, I think the
Folks,
central
excuse
bank.
me, Terry. Folks, Prince Sherry, around the power, the other number there, give us a call. Go ahead, Terry.
The central bank, I think, have a law that they cannot be audited by outside forces. They have a law that empower them to audit themselves. So I don't know what kind of law is that, but again, in Liberia, I think there's another law that the president has that supersedes the central bank law. I don't know. So I think during Madam Shirley's time, the same thing came up. I think Molu wanted to audit the central bank, but he were forbidding to audit the central bank because the central bank have a law that allows them to audit themselves.
Right.
So I really think that this one is going to be a little bit difficult, or it's going to be infringing on the rights of the policy that created the central bank law, that created the central bank.
Right.
If Ambassador Barker decides to force the GSC or to pressure the GSC to audit the central bank, I think that is what it is.
Right. So we'll see. We'll see. What else on your plate? While we're waiting for sedition to call.
Yeah, so these are my concern. My concern, like I just outlined, is that the Unity Party have to arrest the base. They have to also be preparing politically for what next. All right, what would the Unity Party do? Is this all about it? Because winning an elections, winning an elections, is different from running a political institution.
Right.
So you are in power now. What become of the institution? So if Ambassador Boka is not prepared to work with the institution, for
Right.
the institution to guide him in this leadership and protect him, that means that he will open the institution. The institution will become vulnerable to any political vulture out there that also seeking to be president in 2029. So that have been my fear, and I think that the Unity Party needs to urgently reconcile her base and make sure that we give the party hope for the future, re-energize the political institution, and strengthen the party. Because if you don't focus on strengthening the party in the next 6 months, and the party continue to remain vulnerable, I can assure you that gurus out there, they got the legendary Mauma, EJS former president. She's out there, and she still got the queens or the pawn, the chess pawn in her hands. She know how to place it, and you can start getting rid of the tree small, small. When the bug eating the tree small, 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 it's gonna fall one day. So you got to put the mechanism into place to reconcile the party and strengthen the party, giving the party hope, making the party to understand that this is our government, this is our party that ruling today. All right, to prepare her against 2029, because most political, I don't want what I foresee. I don't want to see the reoccurrence of what happened to the Unity Party when Ellen were there, and then they had to expel her from the party, and then all the Romo Jomo, and then she came out, and at the end of the day, she was no more before the party lose the election to CDC. So I think Ambassador Broca should learn from mistake, reconcile the party, strengthen the party, and prepare for 2029. What would be the status
Well,
of
let me ask you about this.
of the
This
Unity
is your
Party?
second time mentioning the 2029. Would you like to see Ambassador Barker seeking re-election in 2029?
It depends if he still got. It depends on what he's going to do now, and also whether if he still have the strength. Because I don't think he will be he will be strong enough to handle the country by that time. Because
I already see the Joe Biden and the Democratic type scenario coming up in 2029. If the man is still strong, he believes he's strong and he's popular based on his agenda. If agenda goes well, why would the Liberian people want somebody else to take something when the man is doing good for them?
The problem is, your word should be your bond. If you say that I want one term, set the pace.
Did he say that?
Yeah, he said he won one term. That's what I heard. He said he's going for one term.
Okay.
He did say that. But again, those are politicians. Ellen said it. She wanted one term and she went for two. So who knows? Even if he decides to change his mind, it is not bad. But whether if my own thinking is whether if he will be strong enough to go for additional 6 years. That's the thing. But hey, that is politician for you. They can say one thing today and tomorrow they do a different thing. You could come out after 6 years and say, you know what, my vision did not complete, so I want to go again. But I expect under his leadership for him to do something very important, to change the law on the 6-year tenure by reducing it to 4 years. I expect him to do that. He talked about it before. I expect him to do those things. And if he does that, I don't mind him going for 4 years. I don't mind him doing that.
I think I'm not quite on board with this 6 year being reduced because Liberian politicians are corrupt, inherently corrupt. So if you put in that for 4 years, there won't be anything. They won't do anything except to enrich themselves. But if you give them 6 years, they might be able to steal for 4 years and then do something for the next 2 years for the Liberian people. So I think Liberians have to be a critical thinker on these things, because if you give them 4 years, they know 4 years is short, they will steal more. But if you give them a long time, they say, okay, well, I will steal, but at least I got 6 years to do the stealing. So I will steal a little bit here, I do good here, I do a little bit here.
That is why we need to change the mentality of stealing. And we're in the period of 4 years. You can do a lot if you want to do a lot.
Terry, I don't mean to interrupt. Look at the appointment that is being made so far. Which one of the ministers that is coming in with their own money to say that person have enough to even survive?
Amin Modai.
Okay.
Amin Modai is coming with his own money.
Who else?
Or I don't know the status of the education minister, but she looked like somebody who is established. Okay. But you know, one of the things too that we got to look at is, my fear is why these guys are not declaring their assets. You know, and they've been there for 1 month now. I don't see them declaring their assets.
Yeah, because Mr. Baka, those are the kinds of things sedition needs to talk about.
That's why I expect
these are the kinds of places they need to hold the president and this government feet to the fire. You know,
they need to be talking about the asset declaration, and the Senate is not asking. I think Gregor Coleman was the only one who already declared his asset upon the same day. I think he was going for his confirmation hearing. But the rest of them, I mean, promised that he was going to declare his asset. But up to now, I don't think he have. But Amin got money. Amin is established. Amin is not looking for money. Amin is just going to do his work and help the Liberian people.
Okay.
You know, but
I know this is a Sunday afternoon. I think we just need the 30 minutes left. Let's just call it quit for the night. But what do you like? The LPR family have turned the LPR show to you and myself to run it now. Unity Party, not Unity Party, but Ambassador Baka and President Baka's show, as I call it. What do you make of it? You think we can be in as much as we support Ambassador Baka or President Baka? You think we can be objective when there's something that is not right, do we have the ability to call it out?
Yeah, like we're doing right now. Like I just stated to you that the vulnerability of the Unity Party could cause them to lose elections, could cause another person to take over the party. And we highlighting the loopholes, talking about asset declaration and other things. The problem is some people, maybe people think that they don't want to join. I don't know what the other panelists have not joined in yet, but most people like Mr. Soul show because Mr. Soul can open up.
There's one caller now. And guess who this caller is? Can you guess?
Breakable.
Oh yeah.
Good laughing? He laughing? What are you laughing for? Don't be laughing. When you hear your son start talking Tabata, he start laughing. You're there talking Tabata. Look. We think we're gonna head our hair. We know your government already feel. So we're not gonna head your hair. You talking about why would not come out and say declare asset? The people can not use to win power.
Hold on, let me merge this guy. Brigable, just hold on. We know that. Brigable, go ahead. Go ahead.
Look, I just listen to you guys. I start laughing. I say, Terry, you get shifted, Terry. You didn't get shifted. You said no, your government is not serious government. The government, I said, the key to rescue people. Somebody in water, drowning from water. The key to rescue them. Your government is not even stable to the extent that all the whole thing you're talking about. I listen, I'm not talking about the airport is dark. Instead of with a spoon sending people on the street, seeing the whole broad street, every place is dark. You can rescue somebody showing anything that you complain about. Even when President we are in power, before he left power, they said they were clean, they said the light was bright all over the country.
Did you say they said they were clean?
The lights were all over. Even those that went Liberia, they complain, they praise the lights. Every place that people go, the light was there. Your key power, less than 1 month, the whole place is dark. You can't rescue people. They never declare asset. You all use a campaign that the government, they refuse to declare asset. Even the corrupt. See inauguration money. You all refuse to investigate it. Your own money, you share money, your party, you share money district. You refuse to investigate. But you're still saying you're keep for purpose. Why are you killing your people? Why are you rescuing your people? You gotta be serious, man. If you want to come and say, oh, declare asset. When you're using private jet to go outside the country, you're using private jet to go around the country, or outside the country, if they come and say, I'll be talking, you enjoy yourself, man.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead. Next caller, you're next in line. Hello?
Yeah. Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Mr.
Terry,
Pro.
you know who that is, right?
This is Terry Lion Yakumo Pablo. You should know that.
Yeah, we know. Terry. Go ahead. What's on your mind?
Yeah. I guess you guys living on speculations. That's what you're feeding on. But if Bwaka government can make the presidential, the secretary, the lady that has integrity, but now the people looking at her to be a liar in the country because they're not genuine enough, they're not fair to even feed her with the rightful information. Talk less of you and Terry. So you guys should think and rethink. And one thing you should understand that you should stop comparing all those lapses and mistakes of the Bwaka's government, Bwaka, with Josh Weah and the CDC government. Sometimes if you don't know, you don't have anything genuine to really analyze or say, you want to refer to Sametwe. So long Sametwe is not guilty in the court of, of communal jurisdictions, you guys should stop calling Sametwe a criminal or whatsoever. The so-called American government, they put all the allegations on the CDC government or our officials. They're yet to prove all these things. That Bwaka we request for those, what they accuse our officials of. Then Bwaka is a fair person enough. He request for that. Send George Weah government or requested for it to investigate those people. Our people, all these things are allegations. And the ANC people, if they don't have any machinery, propaganda machinery to live on, they depend on Bwaka government and George Weah government the same. So now they are the best people to come and fix things. They are no fixer of anything. So they all are, including the ANC, including UPS, you're saying that every mistakes Bwaka government making now, you're referring to George Weah and George Weah. The first 1 week, money was coming in. I can tell you the international community, they're not going to give this government anything. The Liberia project going to suffer. You're criticizing President Weah to the letter to the extent that they knew that President Weah was far much better than Joseph Bwaka. But you're still your brother. This is why you can call about crying wolf with the CDC and say, we don't even get up for him. That wolf and crying that he didn't help to criticize President Weah. I've said the same President Weah not worth anything to the level of Liberian people. This is wrong. This is wrong. It's a tool you in that Sacramento world, you make it close to 100,000 a year.
All right.
Thank you. Man. You just stop degrading yourself behind the UP people. Please, Mr. Tool, we got high respect for you.
Okay.
And you refuse to work for the CDC government. You refuse, but then you pretend like CDC people not even try to call you. You one of the best Liberian people Liberia have. Indeed, before going there. You one of the best. You're a smart man. You know what it means to be someone who contributed to all the roads development in the great California? Mr. Toll, please. I know sometimes you like to amuse yourself when they're talking about Mr. Toll, you need to change that. You cannot be a fair criminal government. These people, the way they started.
All right, thank you.
I
appreciate it. Thank you.
The CDC start demonstrating, there'll be no money coming out on you for Bwaka. Thank you.
Thank you. Terry, go ahead. Give us a wrapping here. Let me take the number down so we can.
Yeah. So these guys are just. I sense that they are still frustrated because of the loss, but I pray that they will heal, because your government performed very poorly, and everybody knows within 6 years, your president refused to address the nation on major issues. People dying, he didn't care, and all of that. Death rate all over the country, people being killed, his own people, auditors. These were the reasons why President Weah lost the elections. And you come here to tell us that President Bwaka is running a responsible government. That is why when things go wrong, he comes out and addresses the nation. Like what happened in recent time with this AFL women. He came up, he addressed the nation. That under President Weah government, it never happened. So we have no regret of electing or supporting the election of President Bwaka, because we know that there have been a great difference. Right now, there are hundreds of thousands of Liberians around the world that are going home because the fear they had about Liberia have been lifted. They're going home to see how best they can invest in the country since Ambassador Bwaka took over. You're talking about the international community will not give up money. The international community, Joe Biden, congratulated Ambassador Bwaka, sent a delegate to the inauguration, and follow up and all of that. Then you look at that kind of responsible government and say that Ambassador Bwaka will not get support from the international community. I don't know, you guys can be daydreaming or what. Y'all can be really daydreaming. You saw the delegations. The man already signing a $1 billion deal with the HPX. Already, you saw that already. To build railroads for you to transport.
And are the same people they try to steal from?
Yeah. So I don't get it when you say, "Oh, the man is not going to receive no money." Then it seems like you guys don't really understand the protocol and international diplomacy and how they relate to governments. You don't understand that, So your government receives sanctions of most of your major key cabinet ministers under President Weah government receive sanctions from the United States government. Then you telling the Liberian people that the Liberian people made a mistake to change President Weah? You very serious? You expected for this particular government, for the Liberian people, to see all these sanctions on your major key players in your government, like the finance minister, minister of state, the guy at the Freeport of Monrovia, Bill Twegway. All these people receive sanctions in your government that's supposed to be controlling major revenue supply to your economy. These people who are the engine to run the economy receiving sanctions from international community on corruption practices. Then you expected the Liberian people to keep you in power. That would be the greatest stupidity Liberia ever. That would have been the greatest stupidity Liberians would have ever made, to keep you in power, because it was going to be a failed state. Because President Weah was never going to remove Samuel 12 from finance ministry. All right, Jefferson Koji, city mayor, also received sanctions, and the CDC.
But you say you're not a dumper euro. You say you're not dumper euro.
We accused of brutality and human rights violations. Then you're telling us that the Liberian people were stupid enough to vote for Ambassador Boyka. Then it means that you yourself don't love Liberia, and you don't. Look at the level of responsibility that we have been handling over the few months. Look at our government. Just within 3 weeks, they come in a state. The responsible leadership that we are exercising, the media have come to you. We're giving you information almost on a daily basis as to how the president is functioning, how the executive is functioning. Was that happening under President Weah government? Not happening, my brother. So what we're saying is that we expect to improve. We agree. Your concerns are very interesting, very important to us. We see some lapses which are supposed to happen. We expect these things to happen, but we are going to improve, because guess what? You guys left us with no money in the account. If we don't go to ask the Senate for the Senate to help us with money, the Senate and the lower house, I think the lower house, we're trying to borrow money now so we can pay people that didn't pay. That is what responsible government do, so that the government cannot shut down. So we're taking all these things into consideration. We, the Liberian people, made the right choice to change the government and to turn the government over to an older statesman that can listen to his children when they're crying. He can listen. When his people speak, he listens to them. He acts. That is the kind of man we want. We don't want somebody who will go sit down and relax while the people crying the death rate all over the country. He don't care. He don't even speak about it. He don't have time. He gets in the private jet and fly to another country and go relax for a time, and then after a while he comes back. So, I think we made a right choice, and we have no regret, and we will continue to be on this network to defend the president. And if he goes wrong, we will be the same people that will come and tell him, say, President Boyka, you did this, you did that, and these things were not right. And we believe he will recognize it and he will correct it. No government is perfect. No leadership is perfect. The reason we choose him is because we believe that he's the wisest man in the country right now. And every man, the wisdom of every man is predicated on the wisdom of other people. The ability for him to listen and take the views of other people and act upon the views of other people, that will make him to be wise. So with that being said, thank you very much, Liberal, for the night.
Thank you, Terry. I think with you on board, I don't need to speak anymore. I think you just knock it out of the park this afternoon. Are there any sedition to come and reply to you? Are there any sedition? Because when they come to reply, they will put their foot in your mouth. Terry, you really give it to them tonight. I appreciate it. You explained to them what this government is doing and what this government is all about. Thank you for a brilliant analysis here again tonight. Sedition is on your. You'll send somebody here that will be able to challenge Terry. Let's see who y'all got. Who y'all got that a function will allow you to bring them up, bring them here. Let them be part of their conversation to be able to challenge Terry. Nobody. You got nobody. All you did was the praise singing. Baku. You bring Baku here, Terry will make you run away. You know, Terry. Thank you. Okay, Terry. I want to thank you this evening again. You did a wonderful job. You have explained, and I hope sedition has been educated here again tonight. Truly a classroom, a classic Terry classroom for CDC to learn from, and then perhaps if they want to engage, they will think twice before they come out and put their foot in their mouth. Terry, thank you. Please join me again tomorrow, where we'll be discussing some more things. I think with you on here every day, I don't need to talk much because I can just let you do all the talking because you're quick, you're witty, you're on point. Not only are you on point, but you're everything lining up. You're not going here like sour, all the adjectives, sour. That's not what you do. Your ideas are all in line, just like President Baka and his people.
Thank you, Libra.
The other day again, you came and rescued me. Tonight again on this wonderful Sunday afternoon, you lay it out again. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much, and we'll say good night to you as well.
Thank you.
Again, folks, Terry, just give it to you again tonight. Yeah. Wait a minute, I don't think I call you. Oh, okay. Oh no, Zena called. Let me put the number back. Terry gone. Let me put a new number back. I think Zena, I will take his call. Zena, you have a number out there. Go ahead, call. We'll let you talk for maybe 1 minute or so. Zena, give us a call. 916-533-2048. Zena, you're there. Give us a call. Breakable, without taking your call anyway. Okay, yes, you got. Zena, good evening. Thank you. You'll be the last caller. We usually don't do this, but because you're always there to give us a good idea. What's on your mind, sir?
Yeah, what's in my mind is what Terry just said. Okay. I think it's too early to start boasting of the new leadership. It's too early to start pointing out the new Baka leadership, in my opinion. Okay. And because I don't think I would have said making Baka the president was a good idea. I'm not going to say that. Just like I didn't say during George Weah days, I'm not going to say that during Baka days. Because I don't think that Baka led a good example to make him president. When you look at Baka's example over his past leadership terms, I don't think it qualifies him the president. But that speaks volume about our people mindset. So I just think that Terry, as much as he seems to be overwhelmed of this new government, just calm down a little bit and see what Baka do. We hope for the best. But just look at Baka's track record. I don't think I would say that start boasting about Baka that he can take the country from Jerusalem, from whatever, and take it to the promised land. I don't think so. That's just my own opinion. Just look at his track record from the past government.
All right.
All that.
Okay. I said no. You're entitled to it.
Yeah, definitely. So I just think we need to relax a bit because if Baka not be too careful, Georgia will be some to have left some really good prints, even than Ellen Johnson. Because now it was because of Joria, we can see Joria left some prints, even though it wasn't overwhelmingly decent.
The
He had
only
more bad stuff than good
CDC
stuff.
left, the only footprint they left, one of them is in their mouth, the other one is stealing footprint. So is that one that we're not going to go through that? But go ahead, make a point.
And I'm saying that he did more bad stuff than good stuff, but there are still stuff that we can see.
Yeah,
I think Joria left decent prints in the country than the past government, and the past government, Braga was part of it, which was overwhelmingly corrupt, which corrupted billions to that. So we cannot just ignore that. But I will sit back and listen. That make the talk show interesting to hear different views and opinions. And Mr. To, one day I would like to at least have the opportunity to stay on the platform and dispute these things and provide more ideas from my standpoint. But thanks a lot for the show.
so whenever you're ready, just give us a call. We'll pass that information on to Mr. So, who's the CEO. And then once everything works out, you can join us. We would like to have as many people we can on this platform to have the voice view. We're not going to reject your view. We're not going to accept it, but you're entitled to it. And we will have the right to engage you. And we appreciate that. But thanks for expressing your interest as well.
All right, thanks, sir. Bye.
Okay, thank you. All right, folks. Again, Samson to Liberian Radio. This show has come to an end. Because I cannot take any more CDC call. No, we're on the road. Terry has just made a wonderful day. I'm not going to bring CDC on to ruin my the rest of the day. No. I'm going to bring Breakable so you can't tell me all kind of or that Teddy language I will come bring back on. No, I'm not going to do that. My battery is there. You see how the phone black? My battery is there. Samson. Folks, Samson to Liberian. No, when the show has come to an end. Other than that, we'll let people call in and express themselves. I would just like to put fun on this thing. But again, we want to thank all of you, Let's continue to pray for one another. Mr. So is under the weather. Let's pray that he will be fine and be able to join us as soon as possible. Again, it's been a wonderful, wonderful evening. Thank God for the platform. And we want to thank all of you. Please don't hesitate to join us tomorrow. But by Tuesday, I might have to do more of a technical presentation than your normal political analysis. So I'm not too sure yet. I'm waiting. After setting things are in line, then I will jump on this technical aspect of my platform presentation. This is Samson to Liberian Public Radio. I want to say thank you very much. And please, let's continue to pray for one another and say thank God. It's Sunday afternoon. Relax and get ready for work. Those of you that will work tomorrow, you work. Samson to is not working tomorrow. So you see, I can stay and run my mouth all night. God, I'm going to work tomorrow, sleep all day. And I'll come back again. So you see. But anyhow, folks, Samson to Liberian Public Radio, I want to thank all of you and we'll say good night to all of you. It's been a wonderful, wonderful evening. Thank you. Let's enjoy each other and continue to pray for one another. Pray for the country as well. Samson to Liberian Public Radio.